Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Power Rankings. It is week 7. I'm your Commissioner, Nick, and folks, let me tell you, I'm down real bad. I'm down real bad. First, Cleveland loses to the Yankees in Game 5 of the ALDS. Not ideal there. Then, my fantasy team likes to put up the fewest points in the league. We're 2-4, and we're absolutely in shambles, folks. Please send your thoughts and prayers to your Commissioner. I really need your prayers, especially prayers. Don't even worry about thoughts. Just send me your prayers. That's what I really need. Scoring was down across the whole league. It wasn't just me. I think we can contribute that to the bye weeks that started last week. I forgot to mention that. And on the bye this week, we've got the Bills, the Eagles, the Rams, and the Vikings. And those teams all have quite a few fantasy-relevant players there. So I expect scoring to be down this week. We're going to have a lot of low-scoring battles. And speaking of battles, I am officially declaring this week rivalry week here in Bad Company because we have some excellent rival matchups coming up. We got me and my dad going at it head-to-head, and he's going to be trash-talking me all week at home. We've got two of the longest rivalries in Bad Company history reigniting this week. We've got Hunter versus Brad and Ryan versus Oliver, so those will be big matchups. And then lastly, we have Jerry versus Dan, and let me tell you, there will be a lot of fiery text going off in the group chat, so make sure you have that on mute because it will not be safe for work, folks. Let me just leave that right there. We got a very special guest on the show this week. This was a long intro. Let's get into those rankings.
Number 12, Beans Pride Parade. Beans' team remains in the basement after losing his third straight game and falling to 1-5. Nick Flub had his first down week of the season, which was crucial as his team only lost by 4 points. Unfortunately, this former champion isn't going anywhere this year. However, this team is still frisky and probably not a team you want to play down the stretch. Number 11, Not That Team Pal. My team lost in embarrassing fashion this week, scoring the fewest points in the league against Brophy. We got off to a bad start right away as Curtis Shamuel only had 2 points on Thursday night, and it was all downhill from there. 63 points. 63 points as a team. 9 guys. You gotta be kidding me. ESPN gives me a 23% chance at the playoffs, and on First Take this week, Stephen A. had this to say about my team.
I mean, my God! How much more can you stink?
Number 10, When Legends Rise. Frank's team lost his second in a row in a defensive struggle against Ryan. Once again, his league worst points per game average dips below 100. Not Karen Rodgers got sacked 4 times, and DK Metcalf and Hayden Worst couldn't catch a cold. To make matters worse, star receiver Marquise Hollywood Brown may be done for the season with a foot injury. This GM might not admit it, but this team is in deep trouble. Number 9, Harambe's Olave Javante Deontay. Oliver's team lost a league-leading 4th straight game this week at the hands of Brad, no less. Most of the lineup produced this week except Marquez Valdez Schartling, who failed to produce a single point. Harambe is cold as ice right now. Only 37% chance to make the playoffs at the moment. Is the playoff streak over? Number 8. What a waste of time and money. Brad's team won again this week. Huh? And climbs up to 8th in the rankings. Since Brad only watches the rankings when he wins, I'll give him my analysis. Awesome Eckler overcame Oliver's voodoo tricks. Jamarvelous Chase returned to elite form. And nice to see, Kyle Pitts finally scored his first touchdown. This team is lukewarm right now. Playoffs might not be off the table. Number 7, Team Lance 2.0. Cam's team falls to 7th in the rankings after losing his 3rd straight game and became the first team in Bad Company history to have a losing record to Jerry. Kyler Worry doesn't look ready for Halloween as he was scared to put up points. And Hyde Edwards-Helaire looked lost in the offense, only scoring 3. Cam's season is falling apart right now. According to Jerry, this team is on pace to finish 3-11. Stay with us, Cam. Number 6, Poppy's prized possession. Brophy's team moves up to the 6th spot after winning a barn burner against the Commissioner. And this was actually an impressive win because Brophy was able to overcome Carson Wentz's trash performance on Thursday night. Leonard Corvette looked real nice, leading the way with 22 points, and Joe Mixon was able to reach the end zone to contribute 16 points of his own. This team hasn't looked good all year, but I think there are still pieces on this team capable of leading this team to the playoffs. Number 5. Quantum Cheeseburger. Jerry's team moves up to his highest ranking of the season after defeating Cam as his up and down season continues. Ramondre the Giant Stevenson got the full workload for New England, which led to 2 touchdowns and 25 points. And credit to Jerry for ordering the Dolphins to remove their ping pong table from the locker room. Tyreek Hill was far more focused and put up a whopping 29 points. You can lock it in now, folks. Jerry is going to the playoffs. Number 4. Jerry's daddy. Hunter's team drops another spot this week after losing to Dan in the game of the week, making that 2 losses in the last 3 weeks. Over that stretch, Lames Robinson has only averaged a lowly 5 points per game. Lamar Jackson has looked very average over that stretch as well, only scoring 15 per game. Nice to see Pittman finally break out of his slump, but just like Borat's wife, Hunter's season may be dead. Number 3. King of the Higgins V3. Luke hurdles over his brother in the rankings after defeating Beans to win his 3rd straight game. Josh Stallion did it again, scoring 3 touchdowns and 31 points. Christian McCaffrey has been pretty consistent over the last few weeks as well, which is great to see. Should be interesting to see, though, if the Panthers trade him before the NFL trade deadline as well. Until then, let's see if Luke can make it 4 straight wins this week. Number 2. The process. Ryan's team stays in the 2 spot after winning their 4th straight game by defeating Frank's team. Jeff Wontson and Ono Benjamin disappointed, but the receivers picked up the slack, led by Babe Davis's big performance against KC. The offense struggled a little more this week, but this was a gritty win and showed the league this team can win in different ways. I expect this team to follow the Phillies and make a deep playoff run. And number 1, Team Never Lucky. The reigning, defending, undisputed number 1 team in bad company is Dan, as he remained undefeated after beating Hunter in the game of the week. Stefan Can You Digs It led the way with 30 points, and Breece Lightning Hall is looking like the biggest fleece of the draft after another big game, scoring 20 points. Kenneth Walker looked more like Kenneth Runner, but adding 19 points in the flex. Jerry's next on the schedule. I expect a lot of trash talk in the group chat this week. Now let's move on to my commissioner picks. I went 3-3 with my picks last week. We got our first matchup here. It's When Legends Rise taking on my team, not that team, pal. Dad, I'm taking you to win this week. My team is trash right now. Team Lance 2.0 taking on Beans Pride Parade. I'm taking Cam's team to snap out of the slump and move to 4-3. Harambe's Olave Javante Deontay, 4-game losing streak taking on the process. I'm taking the process here. Oliver's team is falling apart right now. It's not good for Harambe. Jerry's daddy taking on Brad, and what a waste of time and money. This is an old rivalry here, folks. No love lost between these 2 teams. I'm going to take Hunter. Brad's team, they're lukewarm right now, but they're not going to win a 3rd in a row. I'm telling you right now. Team Never Lucky taking on Quantum Cheeseburger in what many might think is the game of the week, but we'll get to there in a second. Team Never Lucky, I'm taking you to move to 6-0. You can never pick Jerry, but I look forward to the trash talk in the group chat for sure. And in the game of the week this week, we've got Luke making his first appearance in the primetime matchup, taking on Poppy's Prize Possession. Both teams are 3-3. And Brophy's actually 5-3 head-to-head against Luke. He's won the last 3 matchups between these 2 teams as well. Brophy's got a good running game. He doesn't have a good quarterback. He just picked up Jared Goff, I saw. Luke does have a very good quarterback in Josh Allen. Unfortunately, he's on the bye this week, so I'm taking Poppy's Prize Possession to win. And with that, every team has now had a Game of the Week nomination, so we're going to stick to more of the better teams in this matchup from here on out. And let's move on.
Gentlemen and lady, you know who you are. I hope all is well in the league here. Frank, I know you're not probably doing pretty well. That was pretty fucking pathetic performance by you. My team was trash, but yours was even worse. So I don't know, look into that, but then again, you aren't Zadorzak, and, well, your two sons are no better than you, because fucking Nick, 2-4 at best, talking shit about my running backs all year. Yeah, your team's trash. And Brad, buddy, just stop. You have nothing left to prove to anybody. We know you suck. Just quit. Just get out of the league. We can find someone better. What else to say? Dan, I'll give you credit. You're 6-0. Buddy, it doesn't work for you. You're not going to go undefeated. I couldn't go undefeated. It's not going to matter. So enjoy it while it lasts. And Jerry, this drink, it's always for you. Your team sucks, but you're 3-3, and you know what? I will drink to that. However, I hope 2009, yeah, we're coming for that revenge. But you know what? Go Bills.